Hey guys, it's Luke with the Common Investor here. I just want to do another video update on my Robinhood portfolio. Actually, just started recording at the opening bell here. And as you can see, we're popping up pretty good this morning. Usually the mornings between 9:30 and 10 or Eastern are usually pretty pretty volatile. If you day trade or have watched the markets at all. But today it was slated to have a really nice open, so I'll figure I should do a video kind of at the open, show you how it's done. So we're up 0.5% already today. So like the first video, went through the different holdings I had in the portfolio. They're generally the same. Made a couple of switches maybe, and I'll get into that. So starting off the portfolio, we have Procter and Gamble. Procter and Gamble, blue chip, nice blue chip company. Keeping that in the portfolio for any market downturns. We're going to be able to, weather those storms. Next up, we have ADP. ADP, another great blue chip company. Nice dividend payer, just like Procter and Gamble. Every quarter they pay out. I think it's 72 cents now. They just upped it. So that's another great one to have there in the portfolio to weather any storms. Next up, we have Waste Management. Waste Management, like Procter and Gamble and ADP, a great blue chip company with a great dividend to weather the storms, like I had been saying there. Next, we have my growth picks in the portfolio. So that's going to be Microsoft and PayPal, and then Square we have at the bottom here. So Microsoft and PayPal, great picks. I think they're going to do great for the long term. Keeping them in the portfolio are my tech plays. And then Square, they've been doing pretty crazy since the last time we went through this. So if we look at the last week, they actually announced earnings right here. I did a video of what I'm buying in March just before that, and they announced earnings and they went down pretty significantly. Nothing too crazy, and I'm not sure even why they went down. I think they met earning. Yeah, they met what they were expecting, so they went down, and as you can see, they've rocketed back right up, and now they're kind of trending down a little bit, but Square has just been on an absolute tear for the past year. And if you look at the 5-year chart, they're up 600%. So huge grower and something I'm going to be keeping for the long term in this portfolio. Next up, we have Activision Blizzard, still hanging on tight to them. If you don't know Activision Blizzard, they have been doing very poorly over the past year. And as of late, they've just been trending down significantly, and this is because of the Fortnite effect. But I think that Activision Blizzard in the long term is going to be perfectly fine, and they're going to start trending back up here, in my opinion. So that's why I'm hanging on to Activision Blizzard. This is more of my trading strategy. I'll actually include a link to my trading strategy in a card up top there. So that's why I have Activision. Next up, we have Facebook. Facebook's been pretty flat. I picked them up at 129 when they dipped pretty hard, but they've been pretty flat ever since the earnings announcement. And as you can see, they popped up I think about 17% on earnings alone. So I've been rocketing, and I see nothing but positive things for Facebook here. Next up, we have X. I actually almost sold X a couple days back. They popped up pretty nicely. I was going to sell it for a 20% gain. However, they didn't get to the price that I wanted, so I'm just going to, for now, hang on to those. I was going to sell about 24.85. That would have been a 20% return for me, which would have been a nice little profit. Right about here. They didn't quite make it there, and they've been trending down. But if we look at the 3-month chart, it goes up and down, and it's trending up. So I'm sure they'll be back there relatively soon. And that's my speculation play, if you don't know, for Trump's border wall. If it does get built, said he's going to use them. So it's going to be a nice influx of capital coming right into United States Steel. Next up, we have Tencent, still holding strong with Tencent. China's looks like they're starting to have a little bit of a bounce back. So that's my bet on the Chinese economy. And Tencent's a great company. They make Fortnite. So kind of two gaming stocks in the portfolio. Tencent obviously hasn't been doing very well over the past year because China's economy hasn't been doing the hottest. And then a new pickup since the first video showing my portfolio is Crocs. I actually just picked them up yesterday. They announced earnings, and the earnings were great. I don't know. I'm not sure why they tanked right after earnings. If we kind of get right into this, but they announced earnings per share well above what they were slated to. If we scroll down here, so they were estimated negative 24 cents per share. Their actual was negative 10 cents per share. And they announced a lot of great things happening. They're building another manufacturing facility to keep up with demand. And they have a lot of celebrity endorsements coming up in the next year. If you don't know Crocs, if you don't know Post Malone, he's a very big hip hop artist in the scene right now. He's been a big endorser of Crocs, and they've done some limited edition stuff with him and really gotten the name out there. I follow their social medias, and they have a lot of celebrities endorsing them, and I think they're doing a lot of good things for the company. If we look over the past year, they've been doing very, very well, up about 104%. So it looks like they're making a pretty decent comeback, and I mean, it doesn't take too much capital to make a rubber shoe, and they sell for 30, $40 a piece. So definitely, I'm thinking great margins for them, and I think I'm not even sure why it tanked so much, but picked some up at 26.18, and I'm sure they're gonna pop right back up to where they were within the next week or so, and then keep continuing to trend all the way up. So that's going to round out the Robinhood portfolio. Made one addition since last time, and that's really it. So not too big of a difference. And the past week we have been relatively flat. I posted about a couple weeks ago, but for the month we have a 7.5% return. Over the last 3 months, we have a 10.93% return, and over the past year, we're up just over 30%. So definitely great year, and popping right back from the Christmas Eve lows. Portfolio is doing really well, and I'll keep you guys updated every once in a while on how the portfolio is doing. So if you liked what you saw, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments section below what you guys are buying, what your portfolios look like. And if you haven't already downloaded Robinhood, feel free to use the link in the description below to access Robinhood. You'll get a free stock if you use the link, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.